An armed man opens fire inside a Baltimore drug treatment facility, injuring a veteran police officer. Hello, everyone. I'm Vic Carter.
And I'm Denise Koch. Well, that sergeant is in stable condition after having surgery this morning. 2
people died in the shooting, including the gunman. Tonight, police are still looking into his motive and background.
And WJZ has live team coverage of the violence. We begin with investigator Mike Helgren. He is outside the Methadone clinic on Maryland Avenue where the shooting took place this morning. Mike?
Denise and Vic, we're told there's typically armed security here. Police responded just as they would for any active shooter situation. They recently wrapped up here at the scene, but a number of questions remain. Terrifying moments as an armed man opened fire inside the Man Alive drug treatment facility, one of Baltimore's oldest.
2117 Maryland Avenue for the shooting.
Witnesses say this was the gun he used as he demanded methadone.
The guy came, he had a silver gun, and he had it to one of the nurses' head. And he said, "B, walk," like that, right? So I got low in somebody's office, cut the lights out, and was hiding. So, I mean, because we had heard 2 shots, and I thought it was just a bang, bang. They were shot.
The scene unfolded just after 7 in the morning. By the time it was over, the gunman and another person inside the facility were dead. The 25-year veteran Sergeant Billy Shiflett was wounded, police say, by the suspect's bullet.
The officers attempted to de-escalate the situation many times. However, the suspect began firing at them. As the suspect fired upon our officer, he returned gunfire, but was struck by the suspect's rounds.
Pippi Scott was inside. She ducked for cover as her counselor tried to stop the gunman.
So my counselor, he's real brave and stuff, you know, so he took initiative and tried to calm the guy down, and I told him to run.
Danny Brown watched as the suspect terrorized a nurse who was injured in the chaos.
He had about a neck, and then he just pushed her. She must have snapped. Something happened. She was a nice woman.
Police searched an apartment about a block away belonging to the suspect and recovered his gun at the scene of the violence.
It's sad. It's sad. Innocent people come to work and they cannot do their job.
This was a dangerous situation that could have been far worse.
Investigators have not named the gunman at this point, but a number of people in this area say they are familiar with him. The ATF and FBI are assisting in this investigation. Reporting live on Maryland Avenue, Mike Helgren, WJZ.
All right, thank you, Mike. Doctors and command staff credit the sergeant's colleague with pulling him away from the gunfire. Paul Gessler joined us now with details on what happened. Paul?
Well, Denise, this was treated as an active shooter situation, obviously, when officers arrived. And a short time later, a young city police officer was dragging his sergeant, wounded, away from the gunfire. Officer Christopher Miller is being labeled a hero Monday, credited with potentially saving his sergeant's life.
Put his own life in danger to rescue his supervisor and pull him to safety after he was shot.
Sergeant Bill Shiflett engaged gunfire with an active shooter inside Man Alive Treatment Center, was shot beneath his vest and pulled to safety by Officer Miller.
This was a dangerous situation that could have been far worse for our officers, but they showed extreme courage, extreme bravery, and extreme professionalism, all of which was captured on body cam video.
That body-worn camera video will not be released for another week, per a new department policy. City police say Miller has been with BPD for 2.5 years.
And that actually dragged Sergeant Shiflett out of the building, and it was very heroic, and we're going to ensure that he's commended for what he did.
Back live downtown, Governor Hogan Monday called this shooting a senseless act, but he went on to say that he was grateful for the prompt response, in this case by law enforcement. Reporting live outside Shock Trauma, I'm Paul Gessler for WJZ.